today's conversation. Welcome once again to your favorite fantastic show, series or teaching, your Love Code with Maisie. Okay, and this time we will be talking about how healthy is your relationship. All right, we're going to be looking at certain basic indices, certain basic questions. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you for the love. Thank you, my brother, Tim Raff. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at basic questions you want to look at. You're celebrating with me. You want me to talk about fatherhood? Yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to talk about fatherhood yet. Let me bask in the euphoria of it. Let me enjoy it. We'll talk about it later. Let me enjoy it. All right. So, what are some basic indices you can use to evaluate your relationship? All right. And some of these things I'm going to share apply to both single and married. All right. This is very important, you see, because I know several people who feel stuck in their relationship, people who feel like they're helpless, people who feel like, oh my God, I've already made a mistake. I'm finished. Let me just manage whatever my fate is, F-A-T-E, But, with wisdom comes empowerment. With knowledge comes empowerment. You see, so when you know better, chances are that you can do better. It is said that knowledge is power, and some people have modified that to say that knowledge is potential power, because knowledge can be power, but if you don't make good use of that knowledge, it doesn't become power for you, all right? So knowledge is potential power, and they say applied knowledge is power. So that's what we do in the Single and Ready Club. We try to give you as much basic fundamental knowledge so that it can inform your decisions, it can help you become a better person in your life and in your relationship, and it will translate to your marriage and of course your family. Okay, you see the chain reaction. If you're not a great person, it can affect your relationship, that affects your marriage, that affects your family. You see, there's that chain, it all connects. Many times people want the last one. You want a blissful home. You want a beautiful, great, awesome family. Okay, but you don't understand that it all connects. Okay, and it boils down to the quality of person that you are now. All right, so what kind of person are you now? It is the kind of person you are now that will translate into you being, that will translate into a beautiful relationship, and that will translate into a beautiful marriage and a beautiful family. I hope somebody gets the connections. Okay, so it's very important that we do what we do. Don't forget, in the Single and Ready Club also, we don't talk about relationships just for the sake of being in a relationship. We talk about relationships that want to become marriage. Okay, so you're seeing someone because both of you plan to get married. You're in a relationship which the purpose is marriage. Okay, if you're that kind of person, then all of the things we share will be relevant to you. Okay, because I believe personally that that's what relationships are for. Not just for the fun of it, not just to gratify your feelings and desires, but because there is a reason that resonates with both you and the person you're in that relationship with. So before I get ahead of myself, excuse me. So basic questions to evaluate your relationship. And the first question is the question of purpose. It always begins with purpose. It begins with why. It begins with what the purpose is. It's a question of purpose. Where is this relationship going? Where is it going? Where exactly are we going with this? You see? Now, this question, okay, is good you answer it before the relationship starts. Do you understand? So that you can even know whether it should start or not start. The question of purpose. Where is this going? Where is the direction? Where is the destination? What is the future of this? Is it exciting? Do I want to participate in that future? Is it a future I believe in? Is it a future I can relate with? Where is it going? Where is this relationship going? What's the end picture? What is the end goal? Do you understand? Now, if you can do this at the beginning of the relationship, perfect. Because Most times when you ask the purpose question, it will help you determine whether or not that relationship should even start in the first place. You see, so many people don't ask the purpose question, but somehow by happenstance and situationship and by falling up and down in love and in feelings and in lust and in tripping and you just find yourself in a relationship. So if you're that kind of person who have found yourself in a relationship, now you want to evaluate. All right, this is mid-year. Okay, I don't know how long you've been in that relationship, but you want to ask yourself, the second half of the year already. So you want to ask yourself, where are we going with this? Where exactly? Every relationship should have a purpose. All right, it should. The problem is that many times it's not even defined. So because it's not defined, you think it's not a purpose. But if there's a purpose there, it can be a very, very destructive purpose. You see, but you don't know it. So you just stay there. You say it's undefined. So where are you going in your relationship? And I want you to really think about this. Whether you're in a relationship now or you're yet to get into one, what do you desire as the end goal for your relationship? Where is it leading to? What are you doing with this person? All right, you want to define that. Like I would always propose and submit to you, let the purpose of that relationship be so that both of you can get married in the near future. Now, I'm not saying that if the purpose of the relationship is marriage, that it must automatically become marriage. The purpose can be marriage, but somewhere down the line, you see that this thing is not going to work. And then you turn back. But you see, it's because there was that purpose that you were able to properly evaluate it and see that it wasn't going there and it wasn't working, and then you left it, you see. But if there was no purpose, you wouldn't know what you're evaluating against. You wouldn't know what indices, what variables, what are the qualities you're looking at. You see, so it's very important. What are you doing in that relationship and where is it going? You need to ask yourself, and then, if possible, discuss it with your spouse. Now, I said if possible, because sometimes by asking yourself alone, you will get all the answers you want. And it's left for you to act on it and take necessary decision. Whether you want to stay, if it's in line with your purpose and your desires and your goal and vision for yourself, or if to take a bow, if it's not in line with your vision and goal and direction for yourself. But this is very important. You have to answer it. It's the purpose question. Where are we going? If you intend to get to, if you're in Nigeria, for example, and you intend to get to Lagos from Benin City, but you get in a plane, okay, that is headed to Abuja, you would get to your destination. Howbeit, it is somewhere different from where you had proposed to go to. Now, it's worse off if you don't even know the respective directions of these planes and you just go board one of them and you just join, the transportation. So it's important you know where you're going so that you know what means will take you there. And if the person you're in relationship with, okay, is not going the direction that you are willing to go, what are you doing in that relationship? People do relationships as if once you have entered, your own has finished, you cannot come out. No! If it is not making sense, if it's not adding up, if it's not heading to the same direction that you desire for yourself, take note of my choice of words. Okay, the kind of direction that you desire. You have a plan for your life, I'm sure. You have a picture in your mind of what you want your life to look like. Okay, now, the next 5 years, when you're married, as an old person, as a family man or woman, you have an idea. All right? If the person you're trying to see or get in a relationship with, or the person you're seeing at the moment, is not fitting that idea, and not just because they are bringing a better one to replace it, but because they're taking you somewhere completely different and something you don't want to be a part of, listen to me, you have all the rights to end that thing you call a relationship and board the plane or board the ship that is headed to your own direction. I hope that point is clear enough. You need to know this. Is it going in the direction that you desire? And if you don't have a desire, then in talking with that person, can you guys collectively see a picture? Can you guys collectively create what that desire should be? Can you collectively create where that future should be in this relationship? What are you doing here? Where are you going? You want to even ask yourself sometimes, in understanding this purpose question, why did we get into this in the first place? Now, listen to me. Many people get into relationships for the wrong reasons. Of course, we treated this last month and we looked at over 30 wrong reasons. In fact, almost 40 or more wrong reasons, why people get into relationships. So if you don't sit and ask yourself this why, you may not find that what you're doing is actually wrong. But when you start interacting with yourself and asking questions, then you might find that, see, this reason is not adding up. I don't think I want to be in this. It's not adding up. It's not taking me where I want to be. So you need to also know, why did you get into this? If your why is wrong, then you have the chance to make it right by either correcting that or getting out of that relationship. Okay, but if you I would tell people that direction is more important than speed, because if you get in a very fast moving vehicle in the direction that is opposite from your desired destination, you will get to the wrong place fast. You will get to the wrong destination very quickly. So direction is more important than speed, and you want to settle this question of direction. Listen to me, young lady. There are many of you who, if you ask this question, you would quit that relationship now. Why? Because there is no direction. The guy you're seeing has no plan for you. Absolutely none. Besides what he gets from your body. Absolutely no plans. You're not in his future. He doesn't even know if you have a future. He doesn't bloody care about your future. All he cares about is now. You hear that joke that's online about, no, they ask me about my future. You know that thing, right? Don't ask me about my future. All I want to do now is enjoy. When my future comes, we will talk about it or we'll take care of it. All I want to do now is enjoy. If you're dating a guy, that is his philosophy. All I want now is to enjoy. They ask me about my future. Listen to me. Cut your losses, cry your heart out, feel bad, feel terrible, feel anyhow you want to feel, but get out. Get out and save yourself. Why? Because at the end of the day, the Bible says you will discover when your life and your body are spent. You just discover that, oh my God, all my opportunities gone. I could have done this. Oh, I could have done that. Oh, if I started it 2 years ago. 2 years ago, what were you doing? Fooling yourself with something you thought was a relationship. I know several people who, the moment they walked out of certain relationships or entanglements or useless associations that were not adding any value to their lives, the moment they walked out of it, it was like doors just began to open up for them. Contracts they had been pursuing started clicking, prospects that they had been pursuing for business started opening up, started clicking, admissions started coming. Life just started looking like, oh wow, what has been going on? Why? Because they made the bold decision to walk out of something that was wrong and limiting and disempowering them from living their best lives. So please take note about this. Ask the why question. Ask the purpose question. Where are we going in this relationship? And why did we get into this relationship? Sometimes you even want to ask yourself, how did we get into this relationship? Okay, how did we get into this relationship? There's this song I used to love those days. Don't mind me, I'm bad with lyrics of songs. I don't really know lyrics, right? I just like the rhythm. All right, so there's this one. Club's not the best place to find love. Abi, okay, if you know the song, what's the? I'm in love with the shape of you. I'm in love with your body. There's a song like that, right? And then I think it started with something like something is not the best place to find love, so I go to somewhere else. All right. So you want to ask yourself, how did we even start this relationship? Yeah, I don't know lyrics. So if I give you the rhythm, find the song and probably post it there for me, But the point is, how did this relationship start? Many relationships started by happenstance. Many relationships started by situationships, by just, like by falling in love, falling. When you fall, yeah, Ed Sheeran song. Thank you, Triumcy. Thank you. But I'm thinking of the people they sing, real boss. The club is not the best place to find love, so the bar is where I go. Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. You see, this is a very, very good example. It's only gospel song, Okay, who told you this one is not gospel? Who told you it's not Brother Ed that sang it? Anyway, thank you for helping me with that with that lyric. So you see, this guy said the club is not the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go. Oh wow. Okay, no problem. So when you're asking yourself, how did I get into this relationship? How did I find this person? Was it at the club you guys met? Was it at the bar? Was it at the church? Was it at the party? In traffic? NSAS campaign, PVC registration center, where and how did this relationship start? Now, listen. I tell people that, it's not where and how is not as important as the conversations that go on afterwards. Let me say that again. You can meet anywhere. You can jam yourselves anywhere. Maybe where you're even changing tire on Third Mainland Bridge or somewhere on the highway. You can meet anywhere in whatever kind of circumstance, right? Where you meet and how you meet is important too. But most important is what you are discussing. What is going on after you met. All right, you can even meet online. You can meet on a platform. You can meet on Facebook. You can meet on dating sites and stuff like that. But what is most important is the conversations that are going on after you have met. Somebody said PVC care. Oh yes, you don't know. People met their lovers at PVC center when they were doing registration for PVC. Yes. They ask you, who do you even want to vote? I say, me too, is my candidate. In fact, yes. And then you start discussing from there. And before you know it, conversation has started. You see? So you can meet anywhere. Okay, but most importantly, beyond where you're meeting and how you are meeting, what kind of conversation is going on? All right? So, where did you guys meet? How did you meet? Why did you get into this relationship? Yes, in the bus. Yeah, Samson. You can meet in the bus. Exactly. So beyond that, what are you guys discussing? Take note, I'm saying discussing or not doing, because some people, once they meet today, tomorrow they have schedule. Oh yeah, come over for the night, for the night, and all kind of doings start happening. You see, if that is what if that is how you started this relationship, then you want to go back and say, okay, it's true, we have already started like this, but hey, where are we going? How long do we want to continue like this? What are we taking out of this? Yes, someone says in the church. Exactly, you can meet anywhere. Okay? What are we taking out of this? How much longer are we going to do this? In fact, what are the benefits? Let me ask you. Those of you who... Anyway, I'll have a dedicated month to talk about sex in relationships. All right, I'll have a dedicated month for that. Okay, but if you meet today and you're sleeping with each other tomorrow or next week, or at the slightest chance, okay, that's happened. It's okay. It's happened. It's past. All right, but now ask yourself: do you want to continue doing this? What exactly are the benefits, to you and to the future of this relationship? What are the benefits to you right now and to the future of this relationship? If this person you're having sex with says that he doesn't want to get married or she doesn't want to get married to you, are you okay with that? Are you going to feel terrible? Are you going to feel heartbroken? Okay. If they tell you, well, I don't want anything from you, just let's be seen and just be getting down. After all, you like it, I like it. We're all just having fun. No big deal, no commitment, Would you be heartbroken? Would you be okay with it? You want to ask yourself those questions. All right. Take note that there could be more consequences from those actions. Okay. And when any of those consequences that you did not plan for start coming up, would you be ready and willing to accommodate those consequences? This is why you must be discussing. You must discuss with yourself. You must ask yourself important questions. Then you discuss it also with your spouse. You guys have to be on the same page. The Bible says two people cannot work together if they don't agree. So the purpose question is like the biggest question. It determines the relationship, whether you should start it or not, whether you should continue with it. It determines where it is going or not going, and it just helps you to make decisions. So let me paint this example. If you are a career-driven young lady, you have great dreams for yourself. You're already in a professional environment and you have prospects of growth, and you have great plans for yourself to further your personal development, your educational level to the highest, to grow in your ranks in your office to the highest level. You have this drive and ambition in yourself. That is a worthy desire. That is, it's healthy. God put it there. It's okay. Now, if you are that kind of person, and then you see this guy who is everything you want externally, all right, who is, everything you want, fine, rich, caring, everything you want externally. But this guy tells you, oh, I see you're such a high flyer. You're a great woman. Oh, in fact, that's why I love you. You see, so when we get married, no, I can't share you with anybody. I can't share you with the world. So when we get married, you have to be a housewife. You have to stay in the house, and I will make your dreams come true. And by that, what does it mean? I will give you money. I will take you on vacation. I will buy things for you. But you just be in the house. I don't want you answering yes, sir to anybody. I don't want you walking under anybody. I just want you to myself. Right? Now, you're going to ask yourself, do I want to go with this guy that though he is every other thing I wanted, but this area of my self-actualization and self-fulfillment, am I ready to what's the word now? Am I ready to give it up? Am I ready to shortchange myself in my career life and this is all about fulfillment. You need to understand those things that speak to what is the core of your happiness. All right. So if you're this kind of person who's driven, you're ambitious, you want to achieve, you want to do things, but there is this beautiful and great young man, but he's telling you that if we get married, you have to sit down at home because you're too beautiful for me to have other people talking to you. I don't want somebody else striking you. I don't want somebody else disturbing you. You see, do you want to get married to that kind of person? Someone says, Nalayo, I cannot study and go and pack my certificate because of love. You see? So if this is your standpoint, if this is your position, and then the young man comes, he's promising you everything in the world, but then he's going to deprive you of self-actualization. Can't you see that you have a good reason to say, you know what, you're a great guy, I enjoyed the time we spent together, but I don't think I'm willing to continue this path with you. Why? Because he's going to take away something from you that is very important to your purpose, to your life, to your self-actualization. Someone says, I won't even allow it. But listen, a lot of people are allowing it because they don't ask questions, because they don't discuss, because they are carried away by the enjoyments and the benefits and the immediate fantasies and, seeming benefits they're getting out of this relationship at the moment. Do you understand it? There's something called self-actualization. Money doesn't buy it. Purpose is what delivers self-actualization. When you're meeting your goals, many times when you're meeting your goals, money is a reward. Money comes as a result. Many times when you're on your path, when you're doing what it is you love and you're dedicated, to whatever it is you're doing as a job, as a work, as a service, as a business, whatever it is, many times when you're dedicated to it and you are adding value, money is the reward. Money is the returns that comes from it. It's the consequence of it. Do you understand? Not that you leave purpose and all you're doing is running after benefits and money and it looks good, he will buy me this or he will buy me that, or she will buy me this or she will buy me that. After all, a lot of guys now are pursuing women because of what they will get out of them, because of their money and stuff like that. You see, so purpose is very important. It's very important. It's very important. If you answer the purpose question, it will help you know whether this relationship should even start, whether it should continue, and at what point it should end. It will help you. Okay, let me move on to the next point. I've said so much about purpose. Okay, the next point is the question of trust. Now, this is a big one. If I take only these two today, it might even just be fine. This is a big one. The question of trust. The question of trust. A lot of relationships are having crisis today because there is no trust. And then you ask yourself, but how did they get into this relationship in the first place? If you cannot trust him, then why are you with him? And how did you guys start this? If you cannot trust her, then why are you guys in this relationship? And how did it even start? And many times when you drill down, you will discover that the foundations were wrong. You will discover it many times when you drill down. Why are you having trust issues? Many times when you drill down, the foundation of that relationship was wrong. And by wrong, I mean it was probably because of just attraction, probably because of sexual engagements and involvement, probably because of what I could get out of it, maybe the network, the influence, the exposure, whatever it is that speaks to you, what you could get out of it, maybe just to say, okay, I'm dating somebody, I have a relationship, all my friends are already in one, me, I'm not in one, let me just get into one, and so that me too, I'll be saying I have a girlfriend or boyfriend, as the case may be. You see, so many times when you drill down, the foundation of that relationship was wrong. And that is why somewhere along the line, you see, they start having trust issues. Now, what does trust mean in a relationship? Because it's a word that is greatly used. So I've heard people ask questions like, between love and trust, which one is most important in a relationship? And I just laugh because when they are talking about love, of course, they are talking about feelings and attraction. Okay, because in true love, there is trust. Okay, and so, but in feelings and attraction, there may not be trust. Okay, that is the same reason why you meet somebody at the bar or at the club today. If you're Ed Sheeran, you meet someone there today, and perhaps you start a relationship with that person, and you guys are already sleeping with each other, and then tomorrow you see him with another girl, and you're wondering, are they also sleeping with each other? Why? Because you guys just met yesterday and you're already sleeping with each other. So how are you sure he's not doing the same thing with every other person? And the guy is thinking the same thing too. Tomorrow he sees her with another guy and he's wondering, oh, who is that guy? You know that who is question. You know that question, right? Who is he? Who is he to you? Why were you guys discussing that long? Why were you guys talking in low tunes? Okay, you stayed so long at his office. Are you sure it's official matters you guys are doing there? You see, you begin to, all those doubts and all those, insecurities and all those jealousy and all those kind of questions start coming up. Why? Because from the beginning, the foundation was faulty. Let me move on this point. So trust is the firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. That's what trust is. Firm belief in the reliability of something, in the truth of something, in the strength of something. Okay, firm belief. I know it. I can't be dissuaded easily. You can't convince me otherwise. All right. Now, trust, you see, it's not just an arbitrary statement. It speaks to specifics. Okay, so you're asking yourself, what level of commitment, for example, does this person demonstrate towards me? What level of commitment? You see, and in fact, let me do your part first before I even do your partner. Okay, what level of commitment do you give to your partner? Because when I talk relationships, it's always about what you can bring to the table first before what the other person is doing for you. What you bring to the table, this is where there is always a problem, because you want them to bring something to the table, but what are you bringing to the table? What are you doing? How are you contributing to that bottom line that you desire? It's not just by saying it and wanting it, but what are you doing about it? So what is the commitment you're bringing to your relationship? How far are you willing to go to ensure that your partner is having the best life? How far are you willing to go to ensure that your partner is happy, is comfortable, is okay? What are you doing about it? Yes, that is part of trust. Okay, what are you doing about it? And what is your partner doing about it? So when you see their response or their gestures towards you, do you see commitment? The same thing, are you showing commitment to your partner? This is very important, because these are the things that build trust. Can you close your eyes and you say without a doubt, I know that his plans for me are good. I know her plans for me are good. I know she's thinking about me. I know he is thinking about me. Do you have that level of confidence in that person? I know he's out to make me a better person. I know he's looking for ways to ensure that our lives are better. Do you have that level of conviction? Okay. But first of all, before you're having it for your partner, do you have this commitment to your partner? Do you have it? That's what love is. Do you have this level of commitment? Are you willing to do anything to ensure that your partner is the best version of themselves? To ensure that your partner is living his dreams, is living her dreams, that life is easier and better for her? Are you the kind who, after they've had a hard day outside, they come home and you stress them with all your demands because it's simply about what you want to get out of that relationship? Are you like that? So you want to ask yourself these questions, because it's always about you before it's about the other person. It's first about you before it's about the other person. You need to understand this. Okay, so when we speak about trust for each other, answer the commitment question. Do you display commitment towards your partner? How committed are you to their well-being? How committed are you? How committed are you to it? Do you spend more time thinking about yourself or thinking about both of you as an item? The future of this relationship, the future of this home, the future of this marriage, the future of your partner. Are you seeing ways your partner can become a better person, and are you doing something about it? Or are you frustrating them on the path they're on just so that they can give you the kind of attention that you want? Listen to me, no matter how attention-seeking you are, when there is true commitment towards your partner, you will know the times to let go and allow them pursue what they are pursuing so that they can achieve something. You would know it. It's not every time, me, you abandoned me, you forgot me, you did not do this, you don't. Hey! No matter how attention-seeking you are, if you truly love that person, you would know when to allow them engage in those activities they need to do those things they need to do so that they can be on the path of their dreams, so that they can achieve their goals. Why? Because it's not just about what you get or what you want, but allowing and helping your partner to become a better person. I wish somebody understands this point I'm saying. Those are the things that build trust. If you're that kind of person, anywhere your partner is, he knows that, my wife has the best interest for me at heart. She will do anything she can do to make things better and smoother for me. He is rest assured. She is rest assured that, my husband, no, he doesn't play with me. Oh, no. If I tell him this is what I want to do now, he will move heaven and earth to make sure that that thing happens. Do you have that level of assurance and confidence and, trust in your partner? So you see how commitment can strengthen trust. Can you see that? What level of commitment are you showing to your partner? What level of commitment are you showing? What level? How willing are you to go out of your way, to make that person better, to make life easier for that person? How willing are you to do this? And don't forget, in my definition of love, there's one clause I always add at the back. Okay, there's one clause I always ask. When I define love as, intentional, willful, and deliberate commitment to add value to someone else's life for the rest of your life. And then that clause I'm talking about is even if you don't get rewarded for it. In other words, if I'm doing all of these things for her and she's not doing half of it for me, can I stay with this person? Am I willing to keep going? Am I deriving enough joy from what I'm doing for her that I don't even mind if she's not doing enough for me? So long as she's happy, I'm fine. Are there people like that? Can you be that? Can you be that? Where even if the person is not reciprocating at the degree you want it, the fact that the person is happy and fine and living their dreams and having their best life, it gives you joy and it keeps you going without trying to blackmail them emotionally. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is what true love is. That is what it is. It's not do for me, give me now, I want this. No. It's what are you doing for the other person? And that's why I tell people you cannot love everybody like this. You can't have this level of commitment to just anybody and everybody. That is why trust grows with time. You don't meet somebody today and trust them tomorrow. It's called blind trust. Oh my God. You'll be heartbroken. You'll be disappointed. Why? Because you did not put in enough time and findings to inform that decision of yours. Trust is a decision. It's a decision. I know some people who met someone today and tomorrow they just said, he's everything I want. How do you know? You've not even seen anything. They just tell you some nice things and you're blown away. Are you that kind of person? They just tell you some nice things and you're blown away. You have put your full heart inside. Carry me, they go. Carry me, they go anywhere they go. Are you that kind of person? You don't trust like that. You need trust. Trust rides on knowledge and revelation and insight. You need to find all of that to be able to say, okay, yes, I trust this person. I hope somebody understands what I'm saying. So, the question of trust in your relationship, you want to ask it, what is the commitment level? All right? Will I put my partner's interests above mine? You want to ask yourself that. How committed am I to my partner's well-being and fulfillment and joy and happiness? Okay? Can my partner bank on my word? This is another sensitive area and very important area. Some people are liars. They lie for Africa. They lie for the world. They lie for nothing. You lie when you just lie. Can your partner bank on your word? When you say something, can you go all out to defend it? Some people lie. Some people just lie. Lie about everything. So can they bank on your word? You see, trust is a big matter. It's a big matter. Can your partner bank on your word? If you say, I'm coming, are you really coming? Are you going to, do you understand? If you say, I'm going there, are you really going there? Do they have to monitor you? Do they have to download apps to start tracking your whereabouts? Do you say, I'm going for all-night meeting in church and then you go for all-night something elsewhere? Do they have to start tracking you? Mr. Man, do you save her number as carpenter or as plumber? That business travel you're going for, is it really business? Are you going with a handbag? Are you going with package? How true are your words? How true are your words? Someone says they hardly keep to their words. That's so painful. But my question will go back to you. How well do you keep to your words? Okay, if you're in relationship with somebody who hardly keeps their word, you are there, you're just going to be hurting yourself there. I wanted to say something else. But you're just going to be hurting yourself. Because every time, sorry, forgive me, I did not mean it. Next time. Next time again, the person will say something and do something else. The person will lie to you again and keep lying to you. Okay, there cannot be trust there. There cannot be trust there. Okay, so if you're in that relationship where trust is lost, yes, there are ways it can be built, there are ways it can be brought back, but listen to me, don't forget that you cannot control anybody and you cannot determine what bad habits someone else will drop. So the question is, can you live with it? Can you stay in that relationship without trust? Can you remain there without trust? Can you? Are you ready for it? Many times you see all the signs from the beginning. You know this person is a chronic liar. You know this person is a chronic cheat. You see all the signs. You know this person is very careless with money. You know that this person is a daddy's girl or a mommy's boy, or cannot make decisions on their own. You know that this person is easily influenced by peer pressure and friends. You see all the signs, but then you still carry yourself and sit down there. Those are my concerns. Why are you still there? If all the signs are clear and they've been there like that for all these years, who told you it is later it is going to change? Who told you? Because if the person wanted to change, he or she would have started changing by now and would make deliberate personal effort to become better. But if you're not seeing all of that, just something in your head telling you he will change or she will change, things will change. Be there. The change that they promised Nigeria, have you people seen what it looks like? That's the kind of change you'll be experiencing. When you're there saying he will change, he will change, he will change. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, are you true to your words? Are you true to your words? Are you a liar? Your partner, can he be trusted? Can she be trusted to keep to her words? Is there honesty in the relationship? Is there truthfulness? Do you lie to each other? In fact, let me ask this one. Do you lie for each other? Because like I tell people, if somebody will lie for you, it's a matter of time. They will lie to you. In fact, they will lie about you too to another person. So, are your words truthful? Can you bank on but if your partner tells you, I'm going to so place, do you have to start investigating it? Because over time, every time he said he was going to A, he ended up in F, he ended up in G, ended up somewhere else. So when he says, I'm going here, do you have to investigate it, or do you trust? Because when he says a thing, he does it. Yes, EC, I see you. Good evening. Great to have you around. Yeah? Trust is the question we're talking about, not question of trust. The first question we spoke about was a question of purpose, and the second is a question of trust. All right? So, I like to ask people, many times, ladies especially, I ask them, I say, can you close your eyes and trust that he's leading you to your best life? Can you just trust that, if I carry my life and drop in his hands where he's taking me to, it's going to be best for me. Can you trust that? And you can only trust that when you see workings, when there is consistency, when you see patterns that suggest that. That's why I tell you, trust doesn't happen suddenly. That's why I tell you, there must be conversations a lot in a relationship. When you see those patterns, that is what will inform the decision to trust. Because trust is something very delicate. You're taking your heart and you're putting it in someone's hand. They can smash it. They can break it. That's why there's heartbreak, because you carried it and gave somebody that was a useless person and he destroyed it for you. How many times you had no business giving it to that person? The Bible says you don't give treasure to swines. Many people are doing this. They're taking all their treasure and giving to people who are pigs and swines, as it were, and they have no value to add to their lives. And you start crying, but why did you take your pearl, your precious pearl, and give it to a swine? What did you think the swine would do with it? There's a saying that if all you have in your toolbox is a hammer, you will treat everything as a nail. Because that's all hammers know how to do, just to nail things, to drive the nail somewhere. So if all you have in your toolbox is a hammer, you will treat everything as a nail. Okay? So when you take your heart and give it to somebody who is a hammer, he will treat it as a nail. You see? When you take that thing that is important to you and hand it over to someone who is not deserving. It's the same way some of you carry your money and drop in, what do they call this thing now? All these shady investment deals. I see it all over Telegram. Bring 20,000, it will turn to 100,000 overnight. You carry your hard-earned money and go and put it there. The person you don't know. What they are doing that is producing that money, you don't know nothing in most cases, but you carry your hard-earned money and put it there. That's blind trust, because you are committing something important to you to a place that you have absolutely no control, no understanding of. You don't know this person from anywhere. They just promise you nice things and you put your money there. And then when things go south, you start crying, hey, I'm swindled. Oh my God, people are wicked. No, you are foolish. That's exactly what's happening in many relationships. You are foolish for trusting people you had no business trusting, for getting into that relationship you had no business getting into. You are foolish. I'm sorry I can't say it any nicer. You are foolish to do that. And not because I'm describing your state. Now, I'm using such direct and hard words because many times people run away from truth. Many times, they are calling the names. You see all those things. Many times people run away from truth. In fact, many times that is the reason people stop talking with certain counselors or pastors or leaders or elder brothers or people who will tell them the truth. They don't want them. They want someone else who will indulge their bad behavior. Then when everything goes wrong and everything falls apart, you come back to the same person who you know will tell you the truth. So that's why I speak, sternly sometimes and with such harsh words and, strict words, because somebody needs to hear it. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. I told you that my mission here is to rescue people who are heading for destruction. Rescue. When I'm rescuing you, I don't need to come take permission for I rescue you. But of course, if I rescue you and you want to get drowned again, all good and fine. You see? So this is very important. Trust is very important. If you cannot trust the person, remove your heart from there. Don't put your heart anywhere. Yeah, and then you come and be crying. Someone says niceness is not a fruit of the spirit. Oh yes, it's not. It's not. So they say, oh, he's a very nice guy. And so what? And so what? What consistencies has he shown you in character? What consistencies have she showed? You meet somebody today, they talk so well, and you say, I'm in love. Can't you see that your heart is doing press up for heartbreak? Because you jumped into love too early. You jumped into what you called love too early, because that wasn't love. Love happens deliberately with information. You commit yourself. You make up your mind to commit to it. It doesn't happen suddenly. You don't fall in love. No, you don't. You don't. That thing called fall in love is fall in lust, is fall in attraction, is fall in tripping, is fall in infatuation. But love, they know they fall put. You walk into love with clear eyes. You take a decision to love. It is when you fall into love that after a while you fall out of it. When you walk in, come rain, come shine, you stay there. Because from the beginning, you told yourself you were ready for this and you were going to stay there. But when you fall anyhow, you just keep falling. All right? I thought I would say some more, but I may need to stop here for our time. Okay, so I spoke about two very important indices. All right, the first one is the purpose question. In this relationship you're in, what is the purpose? Where are you going? Do you both agree on that place you're going? Is it where he is going but not where you are going? Is it where she is going but not where you are going? Can there be a middle ground? Can there be an agreement? I just remember something, but let me not say it. Can there be an agreement that if you rule now, after a point, I will not be the one that will rule? Can there be an agreement? So that not later, somebody will not say, you change it for me. But can there be an agreement? And the agreement, can both parties honor their own part? Point is, if you people cannot agree from the beginning or over time, on the same purpose for this relationship, end it and find somebody with whom you would align. And the second question was a question of trust. If there is no trust, please save your heart from further damage and excuse yourself from that relationship. You'll be grateful you did. Many times people don't believe that they can get something better, and that's why they stay with something that is bad. You can get something better. You deserve better, and you can get it. All right. I will stop here for now, and we will definitely continue next week. We'll continue tomorrow. Don't forget, on our Telegram channel, where we'll be taking questions, all right, and just interacting. It's been a beautiful time. There's certain things we'll talk about there that we don't talk about here on this general session. So please, if you haven't followed our Telegram group, please go there and join us there. All right, I'll have to stop here for today. I hope it's been a good use of your time. Thank you so much for all of you who participated and made it really engaging and really interesting. All right, God bless you and have a fantastic rest of the day. God bless you. Bye.